Grow up, go to university, get a job, have kids, retire. Grow up, go to university, get a job, have kids, retire. Grow up, go to university, get a job. Enough. When is it enough? The same advice, again and again and again. Why is this the only way when others have shown us there are alternative routes? Anyone or anything that goes against the norm is shunned, but going against the norm is what leads to success. And money is the physical representation of it. So why are we not told the path to it? Instead, we are given generic advice which is repeated by everyone. This path, which once worked so well, doesn't anymore.
Graduates on average earn about £10,000 a year more than those who don't go to university.
About $1.5 trillion of student loan debt here in the US.
Now, unemployment in the UK has risen to its highest level for almost 2 years.
Pushing the unemployment rate near 15%.
Most of the stuff we'll study in college we won't need in our future, and it won't help us be successful.
Let's talk about what higher education in America really is. A racket that sells you a very expensive ticket to the upper middle class.
It is.
Having large amounts of money comes with the notion something evil was done to get it. But what about the flip side? That the person may just understand the game of making money better than most, and was able to overcome the lies about money. So the question now remains, can you? Going to university is a foregone conclusion. When you're young, university is always seen as a dream to aspire for. What is the one question you always get asked? Where did you go university? The question of did you go university is never brought up, but what university did you attend? University was meant to be a place where you go to acquire a unique skill, something not accessible to everyone, so it was an achievement to go, and something you could be proud of, meaning you were encouraged to apply. It was a classic case of limited supply met with high demand, but there was an opportunity to make more money by simply increasing supply, meaning now anyone could go and get a degree. So universities went from institutions of education to businesses, shackling students with debt. So you may be asking the question, why go to university? The simple answer is, it teaches you skills. These skills can be acquired by a person themselves, but university provides a framework and structure to learning, so you don't have to put in the effort of making mistakes and learning things yourself, meaning they will point you in all the right directions, reducing your time in learning the skill. This is the selling point of university, but this is where a distinction needs to be made. Getting a job doesn't require going to university, as the skills needed for most jobs can be acquired by the person themselves if they put the work in. University just streamlines the process, but going is seen as the foundation to success, as many successful people have gone to university, but most of the time it isn't the reason they make it, as the information taught there is available to everyone, meaning it's not something that can be used to stand out. It's the unique skills and knowledge that people develop through their experiences that allow them to reach a level of money and success they are currently at.
You don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Everything is available basically for free.
There's a simple equation: hard work equals money. If only it were that simple. Hustle culture tells you, if you're not successful, you're not working hard enough. Start grinding. It's now or never. What sounds better? The simple notion of hard work or the actual route to success?
Who works harder, me or you?
Me.
100%. How do you know that?
You just can't be working 18 hours a day every day the way I am.
And I'm doing it 24/7, 365. And I've been doing this almost 50 years.
You need to work super hard. Every waking hour.
The world does not reward hard work. The world only rewards one thing: results. It's harsh, but true. No matter how much effort you put in, if there are no results, your hard work means nothing. If you don't work one day of your life, but get results, you'll be rewarded. It's as simple as that. And how do you get results? Provide value. If Apple worked on a phone for 8 years and it didn't work, no one would buy it. But they made a phone which added value to people's lives, meaning they made a lot of money. Getting results most often doesn't require hard work, but that is only one part of the equation. A better way to look at this is failure and persistence equals success. You have a goal and go towards it, and failure will occur somewhere along your path. This is where you analyze where you went wrong and find the solution to it. Repeat and correct the mistake, and carry on until you fail again. This is normally the process until you reach your goal and requires a lot of persistence. The notion of hard work is repeated by the older generation, where you get your head down and work hard and it will be rewarded. Someone can work as hard as they want, but doing the same thing over and over again won't lead to success. The hard work is normally being able to carry on in the face of constant failure. Do not forget, nothing except results are rewarded. This is probably one of the biggest myths about money and being successful. It's already been done. It's already been done, so there's no point in even trying. It's too hard, it's too long, it's too much effort. This is one of the biggest dream killers. If this was true, it would apply to everything. But all you need to know is the principle of value. There are two ways of creating value, either through solving a problem which hasn't been solved, or improving a current solution to a problem in your own unique way by adding extra value to it, which can be done by improving the service, features, or functions. Create so much extra value on top of what there already is that people will chase the value you are providing. The iPhone is a classic example. When Apple joined the phone market, it was dominated by Nokia, but they came out with a product which added so much value to what there currently was, people were queuing up for one.
If I could find things that people needed and wanted, and I could do it a better way than what they were doing it, then I can make some money.
What this all comes down to is value. It really is the key to all your dreams. Create value, and the money will chase you. The system is set up in a certain way. It's the accumulation of all past experiences that have worked for the masses as a whole, not for you, the individual. This is important to internalize. Society doesn't care about your dreams or aspirations. It only cares how you contribute to it. And they found the most beneficial route to be education, getting a degree, and getting a job. This is the most tried and trusted method, with a high guarantee of a decent life. But what if this isn't the route for you? The route to money is initially a low status route, as there is no set framework or guideline to it. It's a unique approach, with no guarantees that all the work you put in will lead to anything. As general advice, only gets you a general level of success, so you have to make your own way to the top, with no framework or guidelines. This initially means you won't be contributing to society, compared to someone getting a degree and a job.
I would definitely advise people who are starting a company to expect a long period of quite high difficulty. Things don't go as well as planned, customers aren't signing up, the technology or the product isn't working as well as you thought.
And this all leads nicely into the production versus consumption debate. Society sets you up to be a consumer. No one wants $1 million, everyone wants to spend $1 million. Society is based on consumption. The bigger TV, that nicer car, the newest phone. But never anything about production is taught. It's always, how can I make money? And never, how can I create value? We are indoctrinated to become consumers, and most people consume more value than they'll ever produce. And the reality is, they will stay that way.
They're competing to keep people using the product.
The kids at this school were becoming obsessed with getting like the latest Nike sneakers or the latest iPhone or whatever it was. And if their parents couldn't afford it, the kids were really freaking out, right?
Well, the consumerism is doubtless drilled into your head, where you can't sell people things they need. And in fact, everyone's kind of trying to find some niche to try to force people to consume things they don't want.
Household debt has absolutely exploded to nearly $15 trillion.
People spend 11 hours a day engaging with digital media.
And you get sort of in this game of accumulating more and bigger and better things.
So the question now remains, how do you become a producer? You have to have something people want, need, or desire. Something that provides people value, which they will exchange for their hard-earned money. This is why it's important to understand how society is set up, as once you understand it, you can use that knowledge to make it work for you. As most of the value provided in society is time-based, and time is exchanged for money. Even in the most highly skilled jobs, time is exchanged for money. And when time is being exchanged for money, there is always a ceiling, but the market is not willing to pay more than a certain amount, meaning systems where time is detached from how much money you make is a true secret to wealth. So when your time is being exchanged for money, it relies on you being able to generate the value, which cannot be scaled. But when you create systems, you can create value with or without you. and is scalable as it's not dependent on your time. Time cannot be scaled, but systems can. I'm going to leave you with the only piece of advice you'll ever need. Just do it. Get your head down and start the thing you always wanted to start. Anyone can get rich, but not just anyone is. The notion you'll never get rich is entrenched in our society, as it's deemed to only be there for the select few. They had advantages you never had, and because you don't have them, you'll never make it. The person who has wealthy parents will take a loan from them. The person with contacts will use them. The world is not fair, and you should not judge it as such. There are steps to building wealth, and some people have an advantage, meaning they can skip them. The problem is we see advantages wealthy people have and get discouraged as we don't have access to them. The reason they can skip certain steps is due to someone else having done them, meaning they don't have to, but you can't. So you have to go through all the trials and tribulations for you to make it. And for most people, it's a journey too far. This is the law of the world. People work for advantages and will leverage them to get ahead. The world runs on leverage, and once you get into a position where you can leverage your skill, contacts or knowledge, you will. Something is always leveraged to get money. So now, there are only two options left. Give up and accept the hand you have been dealt, or twist reality to your will. Which one will it be? I've been banging on about value for most of this video, but it really is that simple. Bring some sort of value and you'll be rewarded. There is the question of grifters who earn money through nefarious ways, say a guru or a scammer. These people are perceived to provide value, meaning people exchange their money for this perceived value. But most of the time, if it does not translate to actual value in people's lives, they are normally found out. It needs to be made clear, the game of money is not for everyone. The path to money and success is a long and treacherous one, which many have and will attempt, but only a few will succeed, where a balanced life is not attainable and a lot of sacrifices and self-belief is needed. People like the idea and the benefits that come with having a lot of money, but not the idea of the amount of work and perseverance needed. The people who get rich have a skill which they use as a foundation, leveraging it to build wealth, whether it be Bill Gates' coding abilities to Elon Musk's engineering skills. There are a few foundational traits to this game which many successful people share, but it's their own unique experiences added on top of that allows them to be successful. And that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and got some value from it. I've been banging on about this whole video. You could say this is a sequel of some sorts to my first video, the money game. I felt like I had left some things out and I wanted to expand upon the topics discussed in that video, so I made this video to obviously do that. And if you want to see more videos like this and want to support the channel, then like and subscribe will be a massive help. It lets the algorithm know you enjoyed the video, and hopefully see you guys in the next video. Thanks guys.